All right, Bryant, good morning.
Good morning.
So our first question for you today is, why did you choose Cypress?
I chose Cypress because they have a really good track record for baseball. One of the best coaches in Southern California, and actually of all the United States coaches, are Scott Pickler. And they talked to me before I went to Hope, and I was pretty interested, but I decided to take the four-year route. Didn't really work out, so I decided to go back, and it's a great competitive nature over there, and I absolutely love it.
All right, nice. And who's been a role model for you kind of growing up and even now playing baseball?
My role model growing up was Angels baseball player, great Tim Salmon, number 15. I grew up idolizing that man, and actually got to meet him through my dad. He has a golf tournament out here in Coto de Caza, and I went out there when I was 4, 5, and 6. I skipped class just to go out there to meet him. I remember he signed my jersey. Next day I went out sliding in the front yard and got it all grass stained. And yeah, but I mean, he's one of my favorite players growing up. I idolize him because he has a strong faith with God, and he was a big team guy. He picked up every teammate that was down. He was known for being the best teammate out of the Angels organization, and that's what I idolize. I want to be that type of guy.
Nice. And we have another question for you. What is your favorite meme, if you have one?
My favorite meme?
Yeah.
My favorite meme? Oof.
I know it's a hard one. The hardest question of all.
The thing is, I find him I find him a little bit annoying if I see him too much, but my favorite meme, oof. It's got to be something from The Office. That's like one of my favorite shows. So anything about like Michael Scott yelling no to Dwight, to like Jim acting like Dwight, oof. That's one of my favorites. So if I see one of those, I'm definitely either liking it or retweeting it. So
Nice, thank you.
No problem.
All right, Bryant, you came into the first game when it was all tied up. How do you handle relieving at that time?
It's just going into the game knowing that what's on the line and that you just got to keep it to where you can't let a run go across. And even though I had runners on in scoring position, I just knew I had to do a job. So when I went in with the mindset of this guy's a key out, so I need to go right at him, and that's what I did.
All right, nice. All right, and how did you feel after you struck that guy out in the ninth to end the inning?
I got really pumped. I tried to get into the dugout and just boost up the boys, telling them, hey, let's go, let's score those runs. And it was a big adrenaline rush as soon as I got into the dugout. It's what I live for in baseball, just that adrenaline rush, feeling like you're on top of the world. It's just a great feeling.
Is there any change to your approach or your mindset when you're pitching in extra innings?
Just that I need to go about my business a little bit safer. That I can't just leave balls over the plate and just have them just mash it into the gaps. It's too close to have that happen. So I just go into there thinking, all right, I just got to think of each pitch as I throw it and throw it with intent. And it usually helps out.
All right, awesome. Thank you. All right, Coach, you brought Bryant in the ninth in the first game when it was all tied up. What kind of guy is he for you? I mean, he has to be pretty important for you to bring him in at that point.
Yeah, I commend Durf, man. I mean, I had to do it on short notice. I noticed that Charlie, when he came into the ninth, he started to kind of labor a bit. Like, it wasn't really a big sign. It was more just like, okay, where you were sharp, it's not so sharp now. But he had 2 outs, so I was just kind of like, hey, Durf, just go down there in case we need you. I wasn't expecting to use him at all. I was expecting to use him in the second game. And, he was a trooper about it, and he ran over there and got ready, real fast. And sure enough, Charlie didn't have it anymore. He gave up, I think, a 2-out double, and then I believe it was a single after that, and then maybe a walk and then another single or something. But next thing you know, it was a tie ball game. And Durf comes in and does a great job with runners on and minimizes it and keeps it tied at, I believe it was 6 at that time. We didn't score any in the ninth. We had an opportunity to, but we didn't get it. And then they did a great job capitalizing on some miscues and some missed spots by Durf. And and then on our defense, and they were able to go home with the win. So it's just some things that we need to work on. But Durf, he's a trooper. He's one. If you ask him to do something, he's going to do it. He didn't complain. He felt bad about it. And, one thing Justin Broke did was say, hey, we're a team, bro. So it's not just you. We all lost the game, so don't go around here moping. And I told him the same thing. Pick your head up, man. You did your best. We gassed on you on short notice, and we appreciate you for that.
Nice. And he came into the ninth and got that strikeout to end the inning. How do you think that really pumped up the guys and you?
I mean, it helped out because, I think a lot of guys, because of the skid we were on, I think that strikeout kind of said, okay, at least it's even. But I think once that 6th run scored, a lot of hearts were broken inside. That's the only thing I can take from it, because when you're in the home team and you have the 9th, usually you come back and say, okay, well, we can just walk them off right here and be done with. But we didn't necessarily have that energy in the dugout. I think we were a bit deflated. It was kind of more of like, we thought we had be able to break the skid. But they wanted it more. That's really what it came down to. Their team wanted it more. We played them 4 times this week, and they beat us all 4 times. So at the end of the day, that's what baseball's about. Who wants it more? And unfortunately, we didn't want it.
And he was also bringing balls out to the umpires. He was getting foul balls. He was talking to the umps. What kind of guy is he?
He's definitely a strong character guy, and that's why we focus on him. He's not a guy who's going to go and mope and, kick the dog when he gets home. He's not that kind of guy. He's like, hey, I definitely enjoy playing, and I definitely get upset if I fail, but at the same time, I have to turn the page, just getting to be a better person and continue to get better at my craft. And he's not one who's going to pout in the dugout and F-bombs and throw policies and kick coolers. He's not that guy. He's just going to say, all right, I got to get better. How can I contribute to the team's success right now in this moment? And I love that about him. I mean, I'm a little down right now, but the moment I get into my car, literally it just turns into, all right, well, July 1st is coming, and, let's focus on July 1st. So I love that about him.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.